My mom looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Your brother built himself from nothing. Everything he has, he earned. You could learn a thing or two from him." And I just smiled, because I knew something she didn't. I knew where the money actually came from. I knew who stayed up until 3 a.m. answering his emails when he didn't know how. I knew who gave up their college savings, not once, not twice, but 3 times so he could chase his dream. That person was me. Hi, I'm Maya, and today I'm going to tell you the story I kept quiet for 6 years. The story of how my brother became self-made using me. Let me give you a little context first, because this story makes 0 sense without it. I grew up in a middle-class family in Ohio. My dad worked in logistics. My mom was a school administrator. We weren't rich, but we weren't struggling either. We had just enough to feel like anything was possible if you worked hard enough. My brother, Jordan, he's 4 years older than me, and from the time I was like 8 years old, Jordan was the one, the golden child. He had this energy, this charisma that made people want to believe in him. Teachers loved him. Relatives talked about him at Thanksgiving like he was already famous. And honestly, I loved my brother. I still do. That's what makes this story so complicated. When Jordan was 22, he told our parents he wanted to start a business, a clothing brand. He had sketches, he had a name, he had a whole vision board. And our parents, especially my mom, they looked at him like he was Steve Jobs reincarnated. I was 18, just accepted into state college on partial scholarship. I had $11,000 saved up from 3 years of part-time work at a grocery store. And that's when the first ask came. My mom sat me down one evening, just the 2 of us in the kitchen, and she said, "Maya, your brother needs a little push, just a loan. He'll pay you back once things get going." I want you to understand what a little push meant. It meant $8,000. $8,000 that I had saved dollar by dollar since I was 15 years old. I said yes, because he was my brother, because I believed in him, and because, if I'm being real with you, I wanted my mom to look at me the way she looked at him, just once. I adjusted my college plan, took out a small student loan to cover the gap, told myself it was temporary. Jordan launched his brand 6 months later. It got some buzz. He sold a few hundred units online. My mom threw him a literal dinner party. I never saw a dime of that $8,000. When I brought it up, Jordan said, and I quote, "Maya, I'm reinvesting everything back into the business. You know how startups work." I was 19. I didn't know how startups worked, but I learned real fast. Here's the thing about patterns. They don't announce themselves. They sneak up on you while you're busy making excuses for the people you love. Year 2 of Jordan's brand, the business hit a rough patch. Supply chain issues, he said. His manufacturer backed out. He needed money to switch suppliers and keep inventory going. My mom called me. "Jordan needs help." Like it was a weather report. Like it was just a fact of life. By this point, I had a part-time job alongside my classes. I had managed to save up another $4,500. I gave him $3,000. Then year 3, he wanted to expand to pop-up shops. This is the move, Maya. This is how brands blow up. He needed $6,000 for the booth costs and branding materials. I was just graduated. I had a job offer. I was supposed to be building my life. I gave him $4,000. Do you want to know what my total was by this point? Over $15,000 given to my brother's business, and I had received back $200 once on my birthday with a card that said, "You're the backbone of this thing, sis." The backbone. Not a co-founder, not an investor, not even acknowledged publicly. The backbone. something structural that nobody sees. I put down my plate. I went to my car, I sat there for 45 minutes, and I opened a notes app on my phone, and I started writing down every single dollar I had ever given my brother, every date I could remember, every conversation, every promise. When I was done, I looked at the number, and I made a decision.